Let's go, pal.
Hello and welcome. It is Thursday night, and I see a certain Mr. Maxi has joined the chat. And a call to you, sir. How are you? I've missed you. I've been doing my secret super VIP lounge chats and attached secret streams a couple times over the past week. Well, what was it? Friday I did a VIP chat, and I think randomly, was it Sunday night? Randomly, sometime over the weekend, I did a stream too. So, anyway, that was fun. Sometimes I'm into the more private, non-public thing, you know? Then I can tell people what I really think. How you doing, Maxi? And hello to anyone else who may be listening. This is gonna be, I think 2 weeks since I've done a public stream, which is not too bad. I think before that I'd gone a month without doing a public stream. I've been doing it on Twitter, and I think Twitter's the best place to look. On one of them, I did an announcement on YouTube as well, but I don't know how well those go out. So maybe I'll try to remember to do both. But the last couple times I've just done Twitter. And, you know, a handful of people show up. Oh no, what I did last time is I actually went on Discord and I went into the VIP section and I pinged everybody who's a member of my VIP room. So that's how I did it last time. But I think I did that. Nick C helped me figure out how to do that, because I was like, I don't know if I want to tease everybody all the time what I'm doing. Because sometimes, you know, I make it like a gimmick, right? Where it's like, come see what you're missing in the exclusive hot VIP room action. Sign up today. You know, something like, I think I made that sound really sexy too. So I'm not sure. You'll have to be the judge of that. So how you been doing, man? Yeah, I've been good. Been working. And that's been hard, but good. I'm happy with that situation. And we've been real busy. We've been doing our tabletop games. Let's see. I live in a big apartment complex, so I actually started a Facebook group for my apartment complex to try to get tabletop gamers together. lots of exciting things. Yeah, like, and I posted first to, we have community forums through the, like, online through the apartment complex, and I posted first on there to see if there are any other tabletop gamers around, and like 8 couples within the next 2 days had responded. So that's why I created the Facebook group, because those forums were not meant. I mean, it's like for people to be like, oh, I'm moving and I'm selling a bookshelf or whatever. It's not supposed to be a place where people are chatting constantly, trying to make plans to meet up and play games. So, but yeah, definitely, Maxie. For all the apprehension that I had before the move in December, this is probably the happiest we've been in I don't even know how long. It's just, things are going really nicely. And hello, Org Chaos. You haven't been watching as much YouTube lately, and they're pissing you off a bit. It's how they ban people from streaming without the ability to dispute the claim. Are you talking about, I haven't been paying a lot of attention. Is this another copyright strike thing, or is this about they're banning channels for, like, guideline violations? I honestly don't spend a lot of time looking at that stuff. If I were making a living off of being a YouTuber, I'd probably be a lot more concerned about it. Oh, Ubisoft E3, and they said it was fine. Huh. Yeah, that's totally off my radar. So, I don't know. I feel like YouTube is my platform. If I ever really decided I was gonna try to be a serious streamer, I don't know if YouTube would be my place at this point. But it's my place because this is where I know people, and as it is, if I went to Twitch, it would just be how many people from YouTube would still watch me if I went to Twitch. That'd basically be, it'd be like right now, except less people would see me. And we're already, you know my glory days. I used to have 300-400 views a night, but these days I'm lucky if I pull, 50. So yeah, and I haven't had a lot of time to play games, so that's been a little bit weird. So I'm tired, or I've been like not in the mood. We've been out and doing stuff, but like, what was it? The last game that I streamed, that was a public stream. I did Viscera Cleanup Detail, which is kind of a goofy game. I picked up a game last week called Outer Wilds. If you guys don't know, the Epic Store, for better or for worse, has been offering some pretty spectacular deals on games. And giving away lots of free stuff, but also offering some it's like the offer you can't refuse, the way they're dealing with stuff. Hey, what's up, Pause Life Gaming? Mother flubbers. How's it going, man? So I went on a mini spending spree, buying games that were priced between $4.99 to $14.99. I don't think I spent more than $14.99, but it was more of a buying spree than I've done in a while. So I think all told, last week I spent about $50 on games, which for the last 10 years has been way more than I would spend in a week on games. Usually it's like, if I spent more than $5 every couple weeks, I felt like I was pushing the envelope. You're 18 now. Sweet, man. Do you feel like a man? You gonna go out and vote? You can't drink yet, but you can go out and vote, dude, now that you're 18. So, and I guess you probably do some other stuff too, but I'm not gonna get into that. So, but congratulations. Welcome to adulthood. It all gets better from here. Actually, I kind of like adulthood. Sometimes I think back, like, people like, oh man, if I could be a kid again, that'd be so cool. But in retrospect, it's like, I don't know if it was that cool. Being like, having to do everything your parents said, and teachers and everything else constantly. I don't know. Ew, voting. You're not a Democratic person. That's fine. I don't want to talk politics. I don't want to lead anyone down that path, but I will say that I was someone who was just not very concerned about that whole thing until I was well into my 20s. About halfway through my 20s, all of a sudden I started paying attention, being like, maybe I should be looking at this stuff. But before that, I figured I let the people who are paying attention and have an opinion, they're the ones that should vote. Me, I don't know anything yet, so I'm gonna stay out of it. Madros, how you doing, man? Welcome. Go back to monarchy and pure anarchy. Yeah, Maxie, totally. Yeah, you start noticing and understanding the impact it makes, and that there's a difference whether we choose to go this way or that way. And I know as a kid, I just thought, man, nothing ever seemed to change. Like, no matter what happened, my life didn't seem any different. So, anyways, but yeah, I used to pause life gaming. I used to joke about if I were in charge, I would have it was gonna be a communist monarchy ruled by robots and AI. I don't know how we were gonna achieve that, but for some reason, I thought of some sci-fi future, and it was always kind of a joke. I never seriously thought that was gonna happen, and I think I liked it because if people tried to seriously engage on that conversation, I would come up with what maybe sounded like compelling arguments, and they would get really frustrated because they'd be like, communists can't be a monarchy. And I'd be like, well, mine would be. Anyways, when you're a kid, 25 to 28 of your wages are stolen for taxes. It doesn't affect you as much as when you're an adult making much more money. Oh, sure. I mean, everything, you don't realize it until it really starts mattering to how you survive, right? So I know when I was still living with my parents and I had a job and it was like, oh, that's cool. But when it came to me paying my own bills and realizing, the value of money and how much of a difference it made, like these little percentage numbers, yeah, sure, that matters, absolutely. Anyways, I'm gonna go into, I have a real casual game lined up. I might jump around, but basically the name of the game for me is just having casual stuff. 5 seconds of gameplay. So the game that I've been playing for the past couple days is pretty low key. It is My Time at Portia. It is kind of like a 3D version of Stardew Valley, but different. And I think it's more focused on crafting than farming. You might enjoy. You know what, or Chaos? I played during my private stream. I think I played through about the first half of Rhyme. I just ran it because I got it for free on the Epic Store a few weeks ago. And it seemed like a chill game to stream. I almost thought about streaming it more tonight. Because, yeah, this stream that I had on Sunday, it was literally 2 people showed up. I had Nick C and Alalee showed up. And Nick C jumped on Discord, and he helped me solve the puzzles because I kept getting frustrated and not knowing what to do. Let's see. Oh, it's fishing day. Okay. I need to, I forgot it was fishing day because this game has a calendar. So I screwed up fishing day yesterday. I'm hoping to, I need to buy some bait or find some bait. So you did all things except have a kid. Oh, you finished this game recently. How did you like it, Madros? I've had my eye on it for a while. Yeah, it was unlisted, Madros. I did a thing again where I think I just went on Sunday. I think I only went on Discord and I pinged everybody who's a member of my VIP room, and let them know that I was streaming, that I was doing a Discord hangout, and that I was gonna stream. There's Alalee. Hello, Alalee. Nice to see you. Are you in Holland? Are you talking to me? And hello, Keith. How you doing, man? I know, it's a surprise call. Oh, you've been gone and had to find yourself and going through some issues. I'm gonna give you a hint, man. Like, that never stops. At least not for me. There's always I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do with my life. Even though I'm kind of happy with where I am right now. Let's see. Oh, wait, you were at my stream, Madros? That's where I started by playing, yeah, you were there. That's right. I remember you were, at least in the beginning, and maybe you lurked the rest of it. Because now I remember that you joined in on the conversation. I talked about some more personal stuff that I wouldn't share on private streams about why I felt like doing private streams. I remember you chiming in on that conversation. He asked if you're going to go to college to become a lawyer. Is your dad a lawyer? Is that why? Or he just randomly was like, go be a lawyer. Hold on a minute. I've only got one worm. Okay, that's bullshit. I gotta find... I'd collected worms just randomly for a couple weeks. But, do I have money? I got enough money to buy some worms. But I'm only going to be able to cast one line if I only have one worm. You have to get them from that lady on the ranch, right? Because I haven't actually bought them before, but when I realized it was 2 days in a row of fishing days in this game, like it's like a fishing competition, and I realized I was out of bait. Then I wikied that stuff. I had to figure out how I was gonna get more. Oh, what happened to Face? Now Facecam's still here. I mean, I got it here. Just to confirm. It's just I don't feel like dealing with the I don't feel like dealing with the lighting and the green screen and all that other crap. So sometimes when I don't want to, and I've been saying this for a while. I've been saying it in my streams for a while that because of the extra work that goes into getting the cam working well and dealing with lighting and stuff, I haven't really wanted to deal with it. Although I will say that I've ordered some blackout curtains so I can keep the light level consistent. And with that, I might be more inclined to use my cam because it won't be so fiddly and fidgety to keep the light functioning right. It just gets frustrating. It's frustrating enough that when I'm stressed and I'm like, I'm too wiped out from work to stream. There's too much, I got to deal with too much crap. That's part of it where I'm just like, I don't want to deal with the camera. Let me see. Can I go inside? You made 50,000? Oh, crap. Okay. Let me see. Where are those damn worms at? Here they go. And what have I got? 196. I think I will... Yeah, I'm just gonna stock up. That's fine. And I'm gonna put this on my little thing so I can see it. Now, you know how I am with mods. Oh, hey, Evie, how you doing? It is very nice to see you. It's been I've only been a couple weeks this time since my last stream, but before that it was like a month. So I'm trying not to disappear as much, and I've actually done a couple of, since YouTube has forced me to do perks for my for my sponsors. I've been doing a little more time on doing like Discord hangouts, but not everyone gets in on those, obviously. Oh wait, I don't want to go home. I want to drop off some of my junk in case, I don't know how much crap I might haul out of the river when I'm fishing, but I don't want to end up having a bunch of, let me see, a bunch of resources in my pocket. There's a tree stuff. The mouth stuff, monster stuff, mine stuff. Wait, where's the... I think this, I consider this mouth stuff. Oh, and I did have a worm in there. Alright. Let's go do some fishing. But, yeah, or chaos. When there was that mini heat wave about a month ago, I immediately bought an AC because our building faces the sun in the afternoon, and it's basically, our place is almost all windows facing the sun, and by the time I get home from work, it is baking in here. So that's also why I just ordered blackout curtains, because it gets so, like, unreasonably bright in here when the sun's hitting. Like, I can't see my computer monitor and stuff sometimes. So I like to be able to control the light a little bit better. But yeah, now unfortunately, there's only a PC in this room. So I think it's gotten hot enough that my wife and I have started talking about getting, that's the common area is kind of big. So at first we were like, maybe we could just put it in one room and go hide in there. But it turns out we want to do more than be in one room all summer. So all right, Pause Life Gaming, you have a good night, man. For now, you have a video to edit. All right, fair enough, man. It was good to see you. You've had blackout curtains saved to shopping lists on Amazon for years? No, I think what it was I sat down to play a game over the weekend, and I literally couldn't see the screen because it's a game I got called the Outer Wilds game. And since it's like a lot of it's in space and dark places, I couldn't see my screen at all. And also I got these new computer glasses that are a little bit of a problem because I didn't get all I figured I'd only be using them indoors, so I didn't get a very good level of like anti-reflective, thinking it wouldn't be that big a deal. And so now whenever I'm in a bright environment, my eyeballs are reflecting right back at me. So if I'm looking at a monitor with anything dark on it, I'll see my own eyes better than I'll see what's on the screen. And hey, Gun Kid, get white curtains for in front of... That's not a bad idea to turn the heat back. I didn't even think of that. Now, one thing we do have, though, is I do have white blinds that will be down, and those will be in front of the curtain. So that might actually deflect the heat. You gonna lurk? All right, man. Totally fine. Totally respectable. Let me see. I'm gonna join. How do I do this? Oh, here. I'm gonna participate. So you know what that means.
45 seconds of gameplay.
200 gold. Well, screw that noise. I shouldn't have bought so much bait. Now I can't afford to enter the tournament. All right. We're gonna see if I can't turn this around. I think I had a quest to grow a crop for somebody. Hey. And maybe I didn't check that, but the crop was supposed to be done today, and I think they were gonna give me 300 coins for it. Your days maybe getting better at work. You asked your supervisor for Sundays, Mondays off, and he said he'd keep it in mind. Sundays. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, that'd be cool if you could get better days, though. So, I mean, it sounds like overall you've had a pretty decent experience there. So I hope they work it out for you. You didn't realize you spent all your... Yeah, I think I was over... Yeah, I was like 200 and change. But I think before, because the last fishing day, I just went to a random fishing spot. I didn't realize I had to go to a specific place to join the event. So I used all of my bait at some random fishing spot, and then I noticed there was a specific place. Okay, wow, that's a lot of potato fruit. Where's Emily? Emily's who I have to give it to. Ooh, she's right there. Okay, this may work out after all. But yeah, I've been... the AC unit is just... It's so... I don't remember it being this hot, especially this early. I know it does get hot here. There are times when it gets hot. But it's not known for being a place like, oh man, you moved to Oregon? That place is hot. It's not like that. And I feel like this summer is like, we're gonna break some records. Wow, I don't know.
That's an excellent
It's
result.
hitting 100 degrees at the start of June.
Can I please order 3 of these planter boxes? Thank you.
You've been unseasonably cold. Well, sometimes that happens when the climate gets, when when temperatures get out of whack, it's just temperatures get displaced. So certain places get the hot that the other places would have had, and vice versa. But I mean, it always warms up a little bit here in summer. Okay, showed Emily. What? She didn't pay me yet? I've got to craft 3 more planter boxes. All right. Well, I think we can determine that whatever the case may be, I am nowhere near getting money to join this tournament. And it's already 2 in the afternoon. A few years ago, reached 110, the concrete jungle of suburbia. I don't think it ever got that hot when I was living here before. But I know it pushed 100 a few times. 50s at night, high 70s during the day. Normally it's high 80s or 90s. Yeah, I'm jealous. I mean, I think in the next few days we're going back down to the 70s for highs. But, I mean, 2 or 3 days this week, we had highs in like 97, 98. Which is, for this time of the year, it's really unusual. So, but yeah, totally worth it for me to get an air conditioner. So I wonder, does this stuff sell well? Maybe I'll just sell some of this. Some of my refined goods. Let me see. I'm gonna craft some more bronze bars. Oh, hold on. Working. Craft. Fuel depleted. Alright, time to refuel. That's one thing about this game, is I wasn't thinking about the fact that it's a chill game for a stream, but it's also very like detail oriented. So, well, typically Maxi, Oregon doesn't get that hot. And I'm not sure exactly where you are, but I know you're on the East Coast, so you probably are familiar with humidity. And it's the same here, so I'm not used to. In California, it doesn't get... It might get warm, but it's more of a dry heat. So I'm not used to... Like, the first time I was living here, and the temperature hit the 80s, and I heard it was going to hit the 80s, I'm like, oh, no big deal. I'm used to, like, 90s, 100, whatever. But I wasn't used to the 80s in high humidity. I was like, oh my god, it feels like the air is trying to smother me. See, you would have liked, you honestly likely reload all day, sell some stuff, buy worms, leaving at least 400 goals for 2 entry fees. Well, I missed the window on that. Let me see. Do I have to wait until next spring for more fishing days? Let me see. So next month is during this time is the martial arts tournament, and then some sort of a Halloween thing. And then now I did have fall. There's only 4 months. It's basically spring, summer, fall, and winter. And in celebration of myself, I made my character's birthday be fall 19th. Because I'm November 19th is my birthday. But yeah, we got some Halloween going on. We got some Land Run. I don't even know what that is. And then right after my birthday is the Autumn Festival, which I think is probably like Thanksgiving, sort of, and Oktoberfest or something. Snowball Battle in winter, followed by Winter Solstice. And so yeah, I guess I gotta wait a whole damn year for the next fishing day. So, well, next time I'll know. I mean, luckily this is not a game where, sure, I might be missing little opportunities here and there, but it's not like your character is gonna starve. If you're mismanaging your time, all that happens is you're not gonna be earning as much stuff. That's all. So maybe, I don't know if crops die. It's not as bad as like Stardew Valley. One reason I never wanted to stream Stardew Valley is because I was afraid that I would just not pay attention and all my crops would die. And then I would have been pissed. Why would I reload? Yeah, I'm doing this, I'm chilling this. I mean, I guess if you're if you're really wanting, like, for example, if I had been feeling the pressure of the fact that it's a whole in-game year till I have another official fishing day, maybe I would have been a little more urgent about it. Yeah, you'd hate to miss it. So yeah, I could see. I know, and I didn't even realize it till right now that, oh my gosh, I thought maybe there was a fishing tournament like every month. Like, nope, just spring. And I didn't know that you could make so much. I know I've been a little starved for money in this game. So, like when I want to buy upgrade things, oh, I can do the, I didn't know that I could chop the stumps. That's pretty sweet. So we get I'm getting hardwood. Yeah, I kind of figured this would be a cool, like, for a stream, even though I'm not sure the detail-oriented thing is so great for me when I'm streaming because I'm distracted, but it definitely seems to be a low-consequence game if you're gonna take your time, except for missing opportunities, but, yeah, it's okay. You take a long time. It's not gonna kill me. The other thing, I don't know why, but I randomly thought of doing a slow, leisurely approach to Doom 2016 because I never finished that game. But I was like, that'd be funny if I did kind of just a very slowly creeping along, going on the edge of where monsters are, just popping them off one at a time from far away. I don't think that'd probably work out. I think that game is one that demands you jump in with both feet, but I thought it'd be funny to have like a laid back Doom stream. But yeah, I'm into this. I'm into this game. It's really chill. And I'm at a point right now where, because my job is kind of stressful, I appreciate games that are chill. Like, one part of me has got an itch to play stuff like something like Dead by Daylight, but the other part's like, man, I don't think my body could take it. I'm clenched enough all day as it is. Well, I was gonna see if I could make laid back Doom a thing, Pedros. I mean, the game is all about, I just thought it would be funny if I could do that, because the game is obviously meant to be played like super brutal, constant killing type of thing, and if I was just like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know if there's even a walk, but I don't think there's a walk button in Doom. I could like crouch walk around in Doom and just slowly search every nook and cranny for power-ups or something. So ultimately I thought that might not be the best idea, but I figured too that if I played this game, even if I wasn't super focused, I could at least just whack a bunch of trees and end up with a lot of wood, because I'm always find myself running out of wood for my furnaces. Let's see, what should I increase? Maximum endurance. Oh wait, stamina is the one that helps you work longer, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna do that. Oh, my axe doesn't quite have the stuff to cut that tree. Well, that was one reason why I finally saved up and I got the upgraded axe, because there are all these larger trees around that I couldn't chop down. So chances are, now that I can, because before I could only cut down things like this, or really small trees, and so I wasn't, and I couldn't get hardwood at all. Hey, Dark Jake, what's up, man? I mean, Lurk. It's okay, Dark Jake, don't you worry. I got a nice big axe now, and I've got hardwood. Hard as you like, brother. I got hardwood for days, man. So, how you doing, man? I've been almost entirely MIA from the YouTube gaming community. Would I trade wood for sheep? I don't know. Is that some kind of weird perv question? All I know is you can find animals here and you pick up their shit and it's real steamy. It's like they make a point to let you know this is fresh, but it's like I think you use it to make fertilizer for your crops. But the animation for it is so vivid that you almost feel like you're picking up a steaming pile with your real hands. So, oh, and Medros, just so you know, full disclosure, I did add a mod to this game, and I added it right before this stream. I added a mod that makes the days last twice as long. Because, and I might keep it, I'm like for my role play, I'm not sure, but I feel like the days go by too fast. And especially if I was going to be unfocused, I felt like the days were going by too fast. Yeah. Oh, wood for sheep, you're talking about like resource gathering games. I thought you were making some kind of sex reference to something in this game. I was like, well, I don't know. I haven't met the sheep yet, but are they cute? Yeah, no, now I know. And in fact, there was that one particular game that was sheep played a big role in it. But yeah, I was talking about that earlier, Dark Jake, that I started a Facebook group just for my apartment community to try to get, like, these are all people within 100 yards of me to get some games going, because we've been getting the itch real bad. We miss our friends in San Diego that we used to take weekends and play games with them. And my wife and I have been accumulating games, and we've been getting more lately because now that we can afford it, there are either a lot of games we've been interested in for a long time, or mostly it's that. We had a backlog of games that we tried that we liked, and also we've been doing a little more research into games maybe we didn't know about but that are considered famous in their genres or things that we would particularly like. There's a cream for that, getting the itch. It can be both ways if you want. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that post, Dark Jake. Okay, so just don't blow my cover, Dark Jake, but Dark Jake is one of the few people on YouTube who actually knows my full name, and it's because when I first started doing Streamlabs donations, he was one of the first people to donate. And I didn't know when I was doing it at that point, but people that donated got a receipt with my full name on it. So two things happened. I got a message from Dark Jake warning me that I was giving people my full name when they donated, $1 or more. And also, I got a friend request on Facebook. So Nick is, Dark Jake is, I should say, one of the only people. Because I think I think Nick C also, but Nick C and I both went through some crap in the same year with like deaths and stuff in the family. We had some heavy shit. So that's why him and I ended up talking offline, like a little more and that sort of thing. Hey Dark Glidden, you hardly use Facebook. I've talked about this a few times. I really like Facebook mostly because basically everyone I've ever known is on it. And I like being able to sort of reach back and like just be able to see how people are doing. Like you think, oh, back 25 years ago when I worked at the video store, I wonder how so-and-so's doing. Whatever happened to them that I used to work with. And it's like, now I just like, well, just look up their Facebook page. It's like, oh shit, they got married or whatever. It's like, oh, they got a job. They're a doctor now or whatever it is. It's just kind of cool. I like that. So I'm I'm on Facebook. I've been trying to be a little more active on Facebook. So, mostly it's, I've been posting just the geeky stuff my wife and I get up to since we moved here, because we've been having fun being here. So if we go fun places or do fun things, I like sharing it. So, but Dark Jake, didn't you already know my name when we met in real life, or was that after? I thought that was, maybe I'm getting the timing wrong. So I've seen a bit of that, Dark Jake. So it was actually, there was a guy I went to high school with. I didn't know him real well, but he was like sort of this skater. He was like he was kind of an asshole skater dude. Not that all skater dudes were assholes, but this guy kind of was. He always seemed like really douchey. And now he's kind of a chubby lady, which it's just a transformation. I don't fault him at all for if that's what he's comfortable with, for what he's doing. I just think that the contrast between how I remember him and how he is now is so night and day that it's like you never know. Maybe he was such a douchebag because he was like, he had a lot of inner conflict he was trying to suppress. I don't know, but was it after we met at VidCon? Yeah, I know whatever the case was, I had absolutely no problem with it. I mean, there's definitely people that I wouldn't hide it from. And there's a few other people in here I think know my name. So I just don't make a habit of making that known information. Maybe overcompensating because, yeah, I mean, this was like in the late 80s, so it definitely was not acceptable back then. And it wouldn't have, nobody would have found it was okay. Like I remember just how it was. It's just people was like, oh, if you're that way, then something's wrong with you, you know? So, I don't know. Alright, this is, wait, what is this? Resin, yeah. This is definitely all going in with my tree stuff. Ironwood. A bird's nest? I haven't seen that stuff before. And then my stuff got out of order. There's my mine stuff. This comes out of the mines. Wait, what was this? Potato fruit. That goes in my mouth stuff. It's getting pretty full. I'm gonna have to make a mouth stuff 2 box. Let's see, at times you get in touch with family on Facebook that you haven't seen in years. Yeah, that's the sort of thing. That's the sort of thing that I like. And just generally, I've known a lot of people over the years. And there are a lot of people that I really liked that you just lose touch with. And you never made a decision, oh, I don't want to know that person anymore. It's just like I moved away to school, and then, like a prime example is like people that I worked at a video store. They weren't necessarily friends that I hung out with outside of work the whole time, but I really liked them, and I really have fond memories of working at that store with them back in the 80s. And I like to be able to see how they're doing. Like, you know, it's cool, and we have that shared experience of this time in our lives. It was kind of special for us, you know? What kind of game is this? This is like, I described it as sort of like Stardew Valley, except 3D. It's got a lot of similarities to Stardew Valley, or something like Harvest Moon, if you're more familiar with those. Let me see, let me pick this stuff up. My guys, actually it's after midnight, I should probably go to bed, but let me get the, let me refuel and get this stuff going. Refuel. Yeah, Major said it. It's less about crops and just more about crafting. And from everything I've seen so far, I'm not that far into it, but there's just a ton of stuff you can end up crafting in this game. me top off the old whatever I got going here. Bronze bars. Let's top those off. Because these will keep going while I'm sleeping. Wait a minute. This was copper? Oh, am I really that low on copper? Alright, I'll do bricks. Bricks is fine too. You woke up Monday morning and you see your Facebook page full of birthday wishes. I like that too. Yeah, when people say happy birthday, which is ironic because I can be absolutely terrible about wishing people happy birthday. And then I'm so bad at it, then when I do remember, then I'm like, should I say this? Because then won't all the other people who I didn't wish happy birthday to, aren't they going to be mad that why did I say happy birthday to this one person? I didn't say it to them? I don't know. Maybe I'm too much in my head. Alright. This is, oh, and I named, this is the Hawk Company. Let's see, just gonna go to sleep with my whittle axe. I'll put my sword on. Yep, and his little light hat on. Just a very charming game. And you can expand, I think, your house and stuff. Madros is beating this game, so he knows it a lot better than I do. But, like, there's this sign here to expand your land, but you need 1,500 goals, and right now I'm struggling. This is 124 is a good chunk of change as far as I'm concerned. I'm nowhere near buying out a new place. So, let's see. So that one lady wanted me to craft 3 more planter boxes. I'm gonna run out of space in here. Maybe I can build them over there. Okay. Let me see. What do I need to build planter boxes again? I need to make a lot of boards. And I need to get more. I need to get more animal feces. That's a nice way of putting it. All right. So I'm gonna get some boards going. Just regular wooden boards. We're just gonna get. Now that'll take all day. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go out in the fields and see if I can find me some shit. Where's the best place to find shit? Well, it looks like a farm up there. But yeah, it's just got this really cool vibe. There was someone I saw do a review of it, and they said it reminded them of when they first played World of Warcraft. Just sort of the feel, like the big open world and the colorful feel and that feeling of freshness. And, oh, what do we got here? Moo cows. You know what they do? They poop. They poop a lot. Here we go. It's steaming. Steaming. Get rid of stuff you don't need or just use to make more room. Well, I'm gonna see if I can fit it in, because ideally what I'd like to do is not have to get rid of anything, but just rearrange things as I expand the place. Which I should be able to do soon. But I don't, Madros, like the big stations and stuff, you can't put those in boxes, I don't think. Roping, what's that? What? Oh! Is this like a mini game? I don't want to do this. Nope. Get me out of here. I don't want, I know it. I'm not interested in learning a roping mini game at the moment. It's good to know it's there. So I could pick up like a furnace and put it into a storage box. I didn't realize I could do it. I guess I could, because it still just takes up a regular icon. So, but I'm basically using all the stuff that I've made. I like having the stuff that I made. I don't want to put it in a box. I want to use it to make things that I can craft with and sell. But you do make a good point that if push comes to shove, and I needed to make room, now I know I can do that. So, what are these guys? Level 20 illusion bunnies. Hey, buddy. This little bunny looks like he could screw me up bad if I pissed him off. Alright. So I'm sort of wandering aimlessly around. Running around the world looking for poop. I find only the most magnificent poops for my collection. Here's some animals that might... No, it's crabs. Or snails. Or... What is this thing? A snail lob. He's shy. So there's a little bit of combat in this game, but it's super simple. At least from what I've seen so far. And I'll run around the town too. The town's kind of cool. Maybe I'll find more quests to do. Let's see, it's 8 o'clock. I'm probably not going to stream too late tonight. I think I'm going to go until 9 o'clock my time, so one more hour. But in general, this is right around the time I start laying down these days. I go to bed early. I wake up at like clockwork at 5:30 in the morning. Never mess with a pink bunny at level 20. I know, man, and he had a magician's hat on too. That's some crazy shit. I know, especially Maxie's booing me. Especially since I'm on the West Coast. Like, I should be able to stay up later than Maxie. But, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so like, most of the buildings in this place, not all, but most of them you can actually go into. Oh, I've been meaning to check in with A&G Construction. Because this is where you upgrade your main workbench. And it's like Stardew Valley where you have, you build relationships.
Spend your time on tasks that you actually need to do.
The conversations aren't that deep, but... And hey, what's up? Hi!
This is a golden time to go on dates. Don't waste it.
A golden time to go on dates? What kind of pervy thing is that to say? What is this? Interact? Oh, it's a piggy!
Oh.
That thing is ridiculous. 9:04 p.m. So you're an hour ahead of me, Darkletton. I mean, before I was working, I would usually stay up until about. But this for me right now is what midnight used to be for me. Like, 2 years ago, this would have been what midnight was like. Where it's like, I should probably think about going to bed soon. But if I want to do something, if I want to stay up a little longer doing something, I could get away with another hour. That's how I used to do on streams. I would stream from 8 p.m. to midnight. And then sometimes, depending on what was going on in the stream, if I wasn't too tired, I'd stay on maybe until 1, but usually not much later than that. And it's a little bit how my 8 p.m. is. Oh, kitty! Let me see. Can I? Nope. Oh, is this stuff that the kitty likes? Anyways, I meant to keep a fish aside from when I went fishing the other day to see if the cat likes it, but I'm not gonna give him a worm. Let's see. Oh wait, no, I wanted to see about that upgrade. And that's supposed to, the upgrades are supposed to happen at A&G Construction. At least that's what I thought. You go to bed at like 2:30 in the morning. Oh, here it is. I doubt I can afford it, but oh my god. Flooring for this $7,000, wallpaper. Is this more decorations for my house? That's what it looks like at a glance. I thought they said something like, if I want to upgrade my main crafting table, I have to do it here. Alright. Well, maybe this bears further investigation. Alright, enough of these. See you later, guys. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong business. There's one on the desk? Oh! Thank you, Madros. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me see. Work table. Wooden board. Old parts. Oh, and 2,000 gold. I was gonna say, hey, 124 gold. That's how much. Oh, it's out of 2,000. Never mind. Okay, that was more just so it's I have an understanding of what things cost. Now I'm really thinking it's a bad thing that I missed that fishing day based on how much money I could have made there, but it's all right. Let's see. So let's see how. No, I don't think the boards will be ready yet. And I like this too. If you go to the public payphone. Yes, you. Wait, don't hang up. I'm one of the makers. So this is a message from the developers. I was the one that made the grass grow. How are you enjoying your time in Portia? If you have questions or concerns, you can email us. And they give us the developer email address. And we're always open to criticism and praise. Mostly just praise. Yeah, I wanna expand the fences so I can let it stretch out a little bit. Let's see. I was gonna look on the map and see if anyone else obviously seemed ready to give me a quest. Although, you know what? I have a quest to build this bridge, and I bet I can start building that bridge now, too. Alright, let's go back. Let's see what we can do. That quest to build the bridge required a lot of stuff, and it's sort of my main story quest. It's been on there for weeks now, in-game weeks. No, we're not even close. How many? I need to make 3. And I have to make 9 altogether, so yeah, we're not even getting near there. So, and I've seen pictures of what farms look like once they're big, and they get pretty impressive. Let me see. Maybe I need to make another thing to make planks. Maybe that should be my next move. Because what's the other thing I need to do? This is where you make bigger stuff. Alright, game. There we go. I need to make a bridgehead. 25 hardwoods? Okay, I don't think I'm nearly there yet. I'm curious, how many hardwoods do I have? Let's see, and then the main bridges. I'm not even seeing that it needs planks. Okay, so maybe I'm okay without a bunch of planks. Let's see. Let's start with the bridgehead. Needs copper pipe? How many copper pipes did it need? 3 copper pipes. Copper pipes. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so that's working. What else was there? Hardwood plank. Okay, that's a thing. Hardwood planks. Okay, that makes me think. Let me cancel this. Let me cancel this thing. Wait, how do I cancel it? Get out. Retrieve. And I think I do need to make another woodcutter. Oh, I need more copper blades for that. Okay, I don't even have the... Alright. I'm just gonna go cut some wood. The whole expansion thing reminds you of Animal Crossing. Yeah, it's totally inspired by those kind of games. Animal Crossing is one of the big ones that... Well, are those the ones that Stardew Valley was based on too? Because I know they're all kind of the same family. It's been evolving. But I like the 3D. I like the 3D world. I played a lot of Stardew Valley, and that was like, you know, just a top-down view type of thing. You don't know Stardew Valley mentioned Animal Crossing? Definitely Harvest Moon and Rune Factory. Okay. Okay, Harvest Moon. That's right. That was the one I was just trying to think of, too. Oh, wait. No, I want hardwood. That's what me and Dark Jake were talking about. That wood. The hardwood. Let's get a little bit of hardwood for every big tree. Oh, you have to hit the tree. And I need a better axe. I'll make my way over... Is this a big one too? Oh, I can hit this one. Okay. There was a tree farm nearby that I helped them with something, and like I think they said they were going to be able to open soon. I haven't checked back, so maybe I can go in there. You're playing Harvest Moon right now? Story of Seasons, because they had to change the name. Is this like a... Are they still making those games? Like, are you playing a newer, like a current iteration of it, or is this an old one? Hey, Justin, man. This is called My Time at Portia. Portia, it's like Portia, but it's pronounced Portia. And it's basically, we were just talking about that. It's like a Stardew Valley with more crafting, but it's a similar type of game, except it's in 3D. Where you have a home, and you craft it, and you expand it, and you go out in the world, and you gather resources, and... It's got this real happy-go-lucky, chill vibe to it. Although, by all accounts, and Madros has played this all the way through, so he could say more, but it does also have a reputation for being an extremely demanding and grinding game if you want to get a lot done in it. Which may lead me to look more into mods, too. But at the same time, what I've been wanting for the last couple months is I've kept craving a game that I could just come home and play, and it's relaxing, and that I don't have to think too hard about. And this is exactly that kind of game. So, gotta eat dinner. All right, Dark Layton. Oh, I was in... The one you're playing is in 2016. Okay. Did they stop releasing that series here? Or they just... Is like certain series where only certain ones get released here? It wasn't too bad. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
It was such an honor to take over the Portia tree farm. Wood is one of our largest exports, you know.
Alright.
Goodbye.
So is this like wood resource storage? The tree farm is currently closed. What does that mean? Can I cut down their trees? Yep. Just gonna wait for one of those guys to come tell me I shouldn't be doing this. They're still released here, they just had to change the name. Story of Seasons, the company localized in the US, stole the name. Ah, that sounds complicated. Sounds like there's some complicated legal battles happening. Oh, what's this? I haven't seen this before. A shaggy mane. What's over here? Is this another dungeon? Yeah, it looks like it. So this is supposed to be like a post-apocalyptic world that's like 100 or so years after people came back to the surface and have been able to thrive again. But there's still ruins around the land with old tech and dangerous things in it. And there's like a religion that one of its whole points is to destroy the ancient knowledge so we because in the ancient knowledge is what destroyed the world to begin with. So they're trying, there's one faction that's trying to destroy all the ancient knowledge, and then there's another faction that's like a scientific faction that's just like, hey, what's the problem? It's just like technology just makes life better. Bring stuff to us when you find it. It's pretty cool. I've had my eye on it for a while. It just came out of early access a couple months ago, I think, but the game's been around for a while. And by the time I was really interested in getting it, because I think I'd seen it for like $10 or $15 a few times when it was really, really early in early access. And I checked reviews on it, and sort of the word was, like, it didn't seem quite complete enough for my tastes, but I wanted to keep an eye on it, because it looked like the developers were really putting some work into it to make it a cool game. And I think at the point they released, they had achieved that. So the problem is, then they bumped the price up to $30. So it's been several months that I've just been watching it for a sale. And this is one of those on the Epic Store with their big promotion. I think I was able to pick it up for 13 and change, which was worth it for me. You got it at the Epic Store for $5? No, the sale price that I saw, because Epic Store has a deal, anything over $14.99 is $10 off. But at the Epic Store, at least over the weekend when I got this, it was like $23.50 or something like that. What is this? It looks like that thing should fall down with a harsh look, but apparently I need a better axe. It could have been. I mean, they're always coming out with these crazy promotions. But that's where I bought... Like, I'm not even planning on playing them right now, but I'm interested enough. I got Tom Clancy Ghost Wildlands, which I've heard is okay. I've known some people that have had some fun with it, but it wasn't supposed to be super awesome. And that was listed. That was on sale for $14.99. Plus, because of the promotion, $10 off. So I got that for $4.99. And they had Far Cry Primal, which I always thought looked kind of interesting. And that was $14.99 plus $10 off for $4.99. Yeah, Madros, when I saw it for $13.99, I thought this is the cheapest, since they raised the price for full release, this is the cheapest I've seen. And it was really calling to me as the kind of game I'm in the mood to play. And it was right. I mean, I have a lot of games, but I have sometimes a heck of a time figuring out what I'm in the mood to play. And for some reason, I knew I was in the mood to play this. If I had this game, this is the game that I'd be playing right now. And then when I saw it was $13.99? It was kind of like a no-brainer. So, but that's only possible because I have a real job now. Over the years when my old job was very inconsistent in terms of how much money I made. And even the best of times, I'm making significantly more now than I was even during the best of times before. So, all of a sudden now, I mean, I'm not going super crazy, except, well, some people we've been buying tabletop games, and those are expensive, but we've been meaning to expand. We've been making a list for years now of games that we wanted to get, but we're trying to wait until they got super cheap or something, and it just wasn't, it doesn't always happen. Let's see. Same with Slime Rancher. Yeah, and I just picked up one today for free. I forget, there was a new one today for free when I went on to look into modding this. I was trying to see where my default install directory was for the mod, so I logged on to the downloader, and then the store was like, hey, get this game for free. And I can't even remember what it was, but I know it was a game that, it was sort of an indie-ish type game that seemed cool, and like Rhyme, which I was playing on my secret stream over the weekend. I was really enjoying that. In fact, I felt like that was a pretty good streaming game. But I think that was going to be a game that I was going to save for, because basically it was me and Nick and whoever else wanted to show up chatting on Discord while I played that game. And it was really helpful to have Nick on chat, because Nick is very, like, analytical. So he was able to, when I was not focused and I was just blabbing my mouth and having a hard time figuring out how to do stuff, he would be like, well, maybe you should try this. So he helped me make the game move forward by being smart on Discord with me. But yeah, with the Epic Store, you know, there's a lot of controversy around the Epic Store, because it feels like they're using these sort of tactics to entice both customers and developers to start buying and releasing exclusive games for Epic. And they're undercutting, and some think that it's like dirty tactics. But I think it's pretty smart, especially every couple weeks they're offering a free game, and they're good games. Like, I also got The Witness, which was one that I had on my radar for a while, but it was always $40. And then, like, a month ago, they're like, hey, if you want The Witness, come just click this link and you own it. And so all of a sudden, I've got like 4 or 5 games for free that I actually play from the Epic Store. And then, so now I'm in the habit of checking the Epic Store to see what new free game they have. And then once I get there, there's all these, like, deals that are too good to refuse. I mean, it's real nefarious shit. I can't say I'm complaining too much, but it makes me feel a little bit like, so like, it's like I'm selling my soul to the devil. I don't know what's happening right now. Or should I not trust them? The game, I'm enjoying the hell out of the games I've been getting from them for either often $5 or free. But, because Outer Wilds, the game that I was playing over the weekend, was one that I really wanted. And that just came out, and that was one that as soon as I saw what it was, I really wanted it. And it is a really cool game, but it's exclusive on there, and they've got a ton of, like, I picked up Journey as well. Journey just released for the first time on PC. It's a game that I've heard great things about. It was PS4 only for years and years, and suddenly it releases on PC, and it's an Epic Store exclusive. And they have, with their promotion, it was $4.99. So I'm like, what the hell? Oh yeah, of course I'm getting it. Is that game even released yet? Madros, is that out? I thought that was coming on their coming soon wall. They've got a lot of stuff. The one I'm the most excited about is Vampire Bloodlines 2. Is supposed to be coming out, which you know what, I think because the first one was kind of rough, I never actually finished it, because either I get parts that I couldn't get past because they were glitching, or because it was just too imbalanced or whatever. But I really liked that game. I played the first 20 hours of that game probably 4 times. It was $8 on PS4. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna end up being like this unpaid walking advertisement for the Epic Store, and I'm not even entirely sure how enthusiastic I am that it's screwing over Steam, because I really like Steam, and I really like having, if I could have all my games on Steam, maybe I would. But I also like spreading them out a little bit, because Steam has pulled some stuff. Like, one big thing that happened with Steam was when we really started buying games a few years ago, my wife and I could play the same game at the same time if one of us was in offline mode. And I don't know that there's still a way to, so many of the games now won't let you do that. That now if we want to even play anything at the same time, we have to buy our own copies. I mean, I don't know. So there are all these games that we bought so that we could, like, thinking this was our game library, and all of a sudden only one of us can use it at a time. It's kind of shit. So I started at that point. At that point, I started buying more games from GOG, because GOG is DRM free, and they get some pretty good deals over there. And so that way, it's like, well, if on the rare occasion my wife wants to play some of her favorite games on Steam, then I will have options from other vendors that I can play, and I won't have to deal with all that bullshit of being locked out of my own library on Steam. You're glad? Yeah, it could. Maybe it's good that they've got a competitor. And I gotta say, Epic Store's coming at them. Epic Store's coming at them aggressively, and they're doing smart things. Now, the thing is, Steam, I like that Steam has all the community there. I like that they have all the user reviews. There's a lot of things going on Steam that Epic Store doesn't have that I hope they have. They hope they end up doing. Because it's still, like, when I want to do research on a game, Steam is pretty much where I go to see, like, how people like it and what kind of discussion is going on about it. It's become, for PC gamers, kind of a central point for that sort of thing. Yeah, GOG is the one place that doesn't lock in. Yeah, and I like GOG. I've always liked GOG. They've evolved quite a bit, because for many years, they basically were just a place that had old games. And I think it was around the point when, because they are affiliated with CD Projekt Red, and so they released Witcher on there, and they had some really good deals on the Witcher 3. And so I bought, my copy of Witcher 3 is on GOG, and all of a sudden, they've just been getting their hands on all sorts of good games, like modern games, not just old games like it used to be. Finally, you can chat again since your cat decided to stop napping on your keyboard. Is that what happened, Maxie? For the last hour, Maxie's been like, "Oh my gosh, there's so much that I want to say, but Kitty's so cute, I don't want to disturb him." Well, or maybe it's one of those cats where you don't want to get on its bad side. He's telling me, sure you weren't misremembering. Witcher 3 was very discounted recently on PS4. Okay, this is... You know what might finally get me to buy a PS4? Is if they do that Final Fantasy VII remade as a PS4 exclusive, which at a glance, that's what it sounded like they were doing. If that comes out, and I'm hearing that it's really good, I'm not going to buy it in advance just for it. But if that might be the straw that broke the camel's back. Because that's coming out March of next year. And if it comes out and it's supposed to be awesome, and I know I'll have to wait a year or two in order to play it on PC, I might pull the trigger, because there's a lot of games on the PS4, including, like Red Dead Redemption 2 is also on Xbox One, but the PS4 just has so many more exclusives that are games that I want to play that aren't anywhere else. That would be my preferred console. The only reason I would get an Xbox One is because my best friends in San Diego that we played tabletop games with, they're big Xbox One, and he has a PS4, but like him and his wife both bought their own Xbox One, and in the living room they each have like an easy chair and their own TV and their own Xbox One in their living room where they play together and they play with their other friends. And that would be my reason for getting an Xbox One, would be specifically to play with them. Down to $14.99. It's a pretty good deal on PS4. I mean, that's not... I already have it, and I don't have a PS4, so that's not exciting to me, but I will say that's a good deal if you have a PS4. And you haven't played Witcher 3 yet. I paid more than that just for one of the expansions a couple years ago. I think when I played Hearts of Stone, I paid $19.99 for it. So, because I'd finished the main game and I really wanted to play Hearts of Stone. That's what I had to do to keep playing. I have some water. Just realized my mouth is all dried out. I'm also not getting much done in this game. Should I try, as an experiment, some leisurely Doom just to see, just to see if it's possible? It'd be hella funny. Well, it might be stupid, but you know, Game and Lore channel is all about experimentation. Although now I need to think about it, I might not have Doom installed. I didn't even think to check. There he is. It's a new day. Like, some days are cloudy and dark, but this looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Let's see. Now I'm just going to open up Steam and see if I have Doom installed. I don't know why I think that sounds like a fun idea. Here, let's get, you have to sleep to save. Yeah, exactly, Madros. I mean, it's the exact same thing from Stardew Valley. And I think it's one of the reasons I got so addicted to Stardew Valley, because it's that same thing. You get up and there's like, I wonder if I got any mail today. I wonder if there's any new quests on the map today. I want to get my, I think that thing that I planted last night should be done. There's just all these things. Alright, let me check out the old games library. Because Doom is one of those games that I might not have played for months and months. Nope, it's not installed. So, never mind. What is it? Any other weird... I don't think I have any other weird shooter games that I could play like that. So, I'll keep playing my time of Portia. Unless anyone wanted to see Outer Wilds, I talked about that a couple times. That's an easy game to jump back into. It's kind of funky. It's not quite as chill.
45 seconds of gameplay.
Because to do anything in it, you kind of have to pay attention a little bit to what you're doing. All right. Hey, well, looks like I could do some inventory management. Let's see. This. I think I need to get some more ores. I think I'm running low on ores. I'm just going to refuel the wood, and I think I'm not going to do anything on these for right now. Let's see, I want to do some hardwood planks. As long as I'm going to be making some, I should just max it. Just do it. How long is that going to take? 20 hours to do all those. I only need... For the bridgehead, I think I needed, what, 3? Oh. 5. Alright, so... That'll get done today, but not soon. But yeah, just such a pleasant little game. Let me see, I'm just noticing what's the quest up here? Present for the celebration? What do they mean? I don't understand this quest. Prepare a present. Does that just mean bring him anything and just give it to him as a gift? Let's see, where is it? Mission. Time remaining. I have 2 days to do it. He's invited everyone to prepare a present. Please give your gift to the mayor before the 18th. So I could just sort of give him anything. Give Gale the Day of Bright Sun gift. Okay. And she wants the planter boxes. I think I can make the planter boxes. Oh wait, I don't think I got enough shit. Let's see if I did. I think maybe that could be the bottleneck in making these planter boxes. Oh, I can make exactly 3. I guess I had exactly the right amount of fecal matter. So can I make them along the side yard? Yes, I can. All right, baby. Oh, wait, was I supposed to just make them? Oh, I'm not supposed to put them down. Pick up. Why? I want to... I'm having inventory management issues. Here, let's do this. Put in inventory. Okay, there we go. All right, now I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna talk to her. There she is. Hello, Emily.
Thank you. I can't wait to try these out.
All right. Well, now I've got big monies. Got big money, but no fishing tournament. At least big money for me. I'm so glad tomorrow's Friday. I don't know if we're gonna get a chance to play it, but I'm really excited. My wife and I, we picked up a game this week, and it's War of the Ring. It's like a war game of Middle Earth. I don't know if you guys, if anyone here is super into tabletop, but I've just found out about this game this week. It's like one of the top, there's a game site called Board Game Geeks, and it's one of like consistently one of the top rated games on that site. And it looks really cool. Like if you're someone that likes Lord of the Rings, it really kind of recreates the large scale of what happened, like how different ways it could have played out. Same. Need the payday. Okay. So, yeah, and it was like on Amazon, I think $65. But when I saw, because both my wife and I are super Lord of the Rings geeks. And this game, I mean, it's down to, it's like a war game, but they have figurines. It comes with like 200 figurines. And they have figurines for like the entire Fellowship, and there's the Nazguls, and it's pretty cool. Oh, Nick, you're looking for a few? All right, man. I'm honestly, tonight, I don't know if I'm going to be around. I'm aiming for 9 o'clock completion because I am tired and I do need to be up at 5:30 in the morning tomorrow. So don't take it personally. I don't think you would, but just saying. If you arrive at 9 and I immediately stop my stream, I'm just warning you now. That's a thing that could happen. Let's see, hello everyone. As you all know, we currently don't have an active barbershop in town. Ever since Sanwa was mocked for his color blindness during that haircutting competition, he has never recovered. I thought time would heal everything, but I was wrong. After a recent talk, I found that he is depressed as ever, and there's no other barber in town. I was hoping that someone could help Sanwa regain his confidence. In times like these, we really need to stand up and help each other. And I really don't want Gust cutting my hair anymore. Mayor Gale. Alright, well, now we gotta cheer up the old barber. Is this the new Breath of the Wild? No, hey, what's up, Redactyl? How you doing, man? Although, I forgot people keep asking what this game is, but, and I've just been saying it's like a 3D version of Stardew Valley, but it also has a very similar artistic feel to Breath of the Wild, like, for sure. And just that same feeling of a big open, colorful world to run around in. Cutesy, colorful world. Let's see. What was I, Oh yeah, I was gonna keep working on that bridgehead. Okay, so that's gonna take a while to go. So, you know what? I'm gonna cut down some, I'm gonna go back to that tree forest thing. I don't know what kind of gift I'm gonna bring for the mayor. I haven't thought about it. Haven't figured it out yet. But I've got 2 more in-game days to come with a gift for the town. It is! Hey Miju, how you doing? I sense that you are familiar with this game. I just picked it up on the Epic Store, who's been launching ridiculously seductive deals that have been entrapping me for the past week. I bought a lot of kick-ass games for cheap on the Epic Store over the past week. But this is one I've had my eye on for a while. I was watching it in early access, and it seemed like the longer they developed it, the better it got, and I was waiting for it to seem complete. And then they released it, and it seemed like legit, complete, good game. And then he bumped the price up to $30. Oh, well, don't worry too much, Miju, because I'm a very aimless player. But yeah, I've just mostly been collecting resources and missing stuff. Like I'm in the first month, and they have the fishing day, and I started the stream, I was on this fishing day, and I totally screwed it up. Like, I bought a bunch of bait, and I've spent so much on bait that I couldn't afford the entry into the fishing day, so... And the first day, I had bait already, but I didn't realize fishing day was at a specific place, so I just went to a random fishing spot and blew all my bait. Anyways, so I'm having a very difficult time playing this game in an efficient way, but that's one of the things I excel at. I mean, you were here when I was playing World of Warcraft. I feel like I'm doing a little bit better than when I play World of Warcraft. I'm actually accomplishing some things in here. There we go. You ended up buying this game on PC and PS4? Since you couldn't stream it and you haven't played... Oh, okay. That's what well, I did that a lot in this game too. I ran in circles. But I also ran up the trees randomly and chopped them and got resources. And I've even got some of my things set to crafting too. Because I don't know how far you got into it, but one of the very first things that happens is you get a quest to rebuild a bridge to give you access to another area. And it's a pretty resource-heavy project. And there's materials and stuff I didn't even have access to yet. And I think I'm just now getting to the point where I'm collecting the right kind of materials to make that bridge. So I started that process during the stream. Yeah. Well, you could see by my calendar that I'm not super far into this. Now, one thing I did do for the sake of the stream and for the sake of my playing style while I stream is I got a mod. I installed a mod that allows you to make the days longer, and I have it set so that the days are twice as long as they are by default. And that's just so that I can be a little aimless, but still kind of get stuff done in a day. I don't know if you'd consider it cheating. You know how I have a relationship with mods, right, Red? I mean, you've been here when I do Elder Scrolls. When I do like Morrowind and and Skyrim. It's like Darth Vader. It's like it's more machine than man now. I think he's messing with me because Red definitely. You were there for a lot of my Morrowind streams, so I think he's very familiar with my attitude towards mods. And the entire reason I was streaming Morrowind last year was because I'd modded the hell out of it with new content. And sometimes you forget what the real game looks like. That's something that I've been doing in all the Bethesda games. Even before I mod it, I'll go into the console and I'll slow down the time scale so the days take longer. Because I don't like it. I don't like feeling that rushed where every time I turn around the sun's going down. It's like, oh man. I mean, this game there's also... You can run out of energy, but when I mean, if I run out of energy and I really want more energy, I can just go to bed for the day. But most of the time, I haven't even used all my energy, and the sun's going down. I just don't like running around in the dark. It's not as cheerful. Look at this world. I want it to be bright and cheerful like this as much as possible. It's what I need in my life right now, okay? So, yeah. I went to the, I think it's those tech people. No, it's the tool person you get the upgrades from. I saw there was this hat for 80 coins, and I kept thinking, man, when it gets dark and going in the mine, like down in the ruins and stuff, I really wish I could have a light. And then I saw that hat was in there, so that was worth an expenditure. If only it was bright always in person. No kidding. So, well, we just moved to Oregon in January, and honestly, since spring hit, this is a little bit what my life looks like outside right now. But also my life, I spend a lot of time at a job that's a new job I have that I'm very happy with, but it's very challenging and very stressful. So I need my games to be laid back and cheerful. That's like sort of that's the name of it. And also I think I have kind of a gaming, like almost a biorhythm in gaming. Like in the fall, I get super into Halloween and I get super into horror games. And then by the time I get through the fall, then I'm ready for more cheerful games or bright and colorful games too. Because then I start craving stuff like Morrowind and Skyrim, stuff that are like fantastical and colorful, and there's magic to be had. And World of Warcraft too. That's why I would, like when you saw that stream I was playing World of Warcraft, I didn't even really want to play World of Warcraft. I just wanted to be in the world. And that's where sometimes my head's at. I don't even necessarily want to play the game. I just want to be in a world that makes me happy to run around in. And this game does that, but it also, in a very chill way, allows me to get shit done too. Chill, cheerful game. Yeah, I go from one to the other. Sometimes I want to play games that are like strategy type games that I have to think about. I get in different moods. And that's one of the things that I love so much about being a gamer, is that there are so many different kinds of games that I can almost always, no matter what my mood is, I can almost always think, what do I want to play today? And I can find something that's going to fit that bill. In fact, that's what one of the things that got me to buy this game, well, aside from it was also on a pretty good sale, was I was having a hard time figuring out what I wanted to play. I also just got on the Epic Store a game called Outer Wilds, which is also a really, really cool, unique game. And it's got a similar kind of art style, but it's more like a sci-fi. It's like a cutesy sci-fi space exploration game where it's like a little solar system, but it's all miniature, like the planets are all as, as big as this little area I'm in around here, except, you can run around it. I'm doing good. Hey, welcome home, Nick. And G-Law playing? All right, hold on. Is there a, oops. I'm trying to see if there's a walk button. There it is. Here we go. This is more what Stone's used to seeing. Put those work tools away. And I'm just gonna set myself up in a very slow. Here we go. How's that? Do you feel better, Stone? Now do you believe it's me? I know it's hard. I know it's hard to recognize. And Thunderous Hydra. You play intense games that keep you thinking, and then you play Minecraft. Yeah, different moods. Different moods. Totally. And playing Minecraft, like, for example, I've just mentioned a little while ago, I've had a wee little itch to play Dead by Daylight, which is a totally different mood for me. But for the most part, because I'm so I've been so sort of high, like strung about my job, when I come home, it's sort of last thing I want is to play a game that's gonna make me clench up too. There's actual gameplay going. I know, I'm gonna have to come up with a new thing.
45 seconds of gameplay.
45 minutes of game. See, if it doesn't, it's not as catchy as 45 seconds. 45 seconds is the optimal G-Log gameplay loop. And no wonder, then you have someone wanders in here and they're like, what the hell? He's been playing a game for at least 5 minutes now. What's going on? 45 minutes of... Oh my gosh. So how you doing, Stone? And Thunderous Hydra? Would it be safe for me to assume that you are a new iteration of someone that I know as Soul Hydra? Oh yeah, I guess I am leaving a mess around, aren't I? Oh wait, I'm out of stamina! That's right, I goofed around all day long. Let's see. But let's see if I can get this bridgehead going. Oh, do I have copper pipe? Okay, there's the hardwood planks. Oh, I have to put the hardwood planks. Where are they? Oh, I need one more. Oh my gosh, so close. How close is it? Okay, that's painful. I can put the copper pipes on. All I need is one more hardwood plank and I can... Okay, that's where I could go to bed. And in the morning, those planks will be done and I can finish building that bridge. You gotta go back to trying to be tired? Well, you know, hey, Miju, you know I've got something that can help. You know I've got something that I can help you relax and get sleepy. Just to say the word. She's like traumatized. You're probably still having nightmares about it. You change the names so your friends could find your other media. Oh, so they could? What are you, Thunderous Hydra and other places? Every night, you're just about to go to sleep and then you're like, oh, there's something out of my window. Oh, it's just... she doesn't want nightmare. Well, she very innocently requested a lullaby last time she was here, and she didn't know what it was, so I let her have it. That sometimes one is all you need. But I'm always willing to offer more because it's my unique pleasure to help people relax and get a good night's sleep. I like to make people feel safe. So if I can provide that, you know. It's like I had to do the hard sell on the lullaby. All right. You relaxed? There, we're gonna dim the lights. Gotta dim the lights. Anyone else who's sleepy, this is for you too. Here we go. Go to sleep and good night. Your eyes are getting so heavy. Go to sleep now, Miju, go to sleep. I'll be waiting for you in your dreams. And there you go. Now you can drift to sleep and sleep the dreams of little seraphim, little angels. Good G-Law Kruger.
45 seconds of gameplay.
In a way, the words are kind of... Yeah, it's like... I was going to say it's like that Sting song. Every step you take, but then that's a bad example because that song actually is about stalking too. But you know, people made that mistake for years. They're like, "Oh, that's such a romantic song." It's the same. It's the same principle. I'll be waiting for you in your dreams. See? There you go. And speaking of dreams, I was aiming for a 9 o'clock wrap-up. And, oh, did I get my last? Oh, I got my last hardwood plank. Okay, now I'm too excited. Come here. Where is it? Is this the one? Yes. Ooh. All right. Even though it's almost time for my stream to end and my character's day is almost over, I'm very excited to place this bridge piece. It's been a long time coming. Every step you take, I'll be watching you. It's pretty sinister. Oh, look at that. Looky. Yeah, because this game, you'd think you could just wade across a little river like this, but it's basically like, nope. That's not gonna work. It doesn't flat out make you die. That's nice. But it's just like, nope. You can't do that. You're not supposed to go over there until you build a bridge. Yeah, it did seem like it didn't quite maintain its scale, didn't it, Nick? So Nick, this is my time at Portia. It is like, I've told other people this already. Were you listening or lurking when I explained that it's like Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon, except 3D, and with, thanks to somebody mentioning Breath of the Wild, with Breath of the Wild styled visuals. I'm not familiar with Portia de Rossi, but yeah, it's a quaint. This is Portia. It's the little town that I moved into. There's Polly. Polly's working out.
Hello. Man should be as strong as me. Mars? Oh, come on, he's not even close.
I want to bump you up. Let me see if there's any hot chicks at the bistro. 3D Stardew, okay. What's going on? There's been one. I've been making friends with everybody, but there's one lady who I've been wooing. Well, I haven't really. I've just been making more of a point when I see her to be nice, because she seems really nice and she's cute, and she doesn't seem weird like a lot of these people do. Quirky, like this person. She seems nice, but she's a little weird.
Hello. I'm always looking for new books to read. If you have any recommendations.
Okay, that's not too weird, but I think she said some weird shit before that made me think she's got a couple screws loose. And then, if I want to improve the relationship, I can play rock, paper, scissors. Let me see. Or can I? Maybe maybe I'm not good enough friends with her to play rock, paper, scissors. It was in Arrested Development. Oh, okay. That was a series that I never really watched. But I've always been told that I should, because people who know my sense of humor seem to think I would enjoy it. Yeah, I know, she wanted to read books. Weirdo.
Hello.
Hi.
How does someone's mental health affect one's physical being? Sorry, I was miles away. If you have an ailment, please come to the clinic.
Nobody wants to play rock, paper, scissors.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye. The original seasons are good? Okay. Yeah, I think I started watching the first season before, and I remember liking it, but I also remember it not being, and it's no offense to any particular show, but a lot of shows fall into this category. I'll watch it. I'll be like, it's all right. But then it's not compelling enough that I seek it out again. Like, I'll just end up watching something else, and I'll find a show that I actually do get hooked onto. So I'm always looking for the next big addiction. Let's see, which shows are we watching right now? There's we got into Letterkenny, which is a show that is on Hulu. I'm not sure what network it's actually on, but it's about like these Canadian rednecks. And we watched all the way through that. There's about 5 seasons, but maybe it's 4 seasons, but it's only like 6 or 7 episodes per season. Like half-hour episodes. But that's a quirky show, and it's pretty unique. And then we watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We got into that like right after we moved here, and we pretty much binged that entire series as far as it's been made. And the show that we've been watching recently, as an ongoing thing, is The Goldbergs, which looks like a standard sitcom, which is something that I normally steer clear from, because I feel like I've been there, done that most of the time. And usually if I try to watch something that looks like a standard sitcom, I might get through one episode and just be like, it's all right. But this show, it's kind of corny, but it kind of works too. It's got Jeff Garlin. He's like one of the guys from Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's the father. Let's see. Probably because it's the middle of the night. Oh yeah. You haven't seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Yeah, I really like that show. I'm not sure if it's the same people that did Parks and Rec. It's not the same cast. I don't think... Well, if it is, it's... Okay, so Parks and Rec reminds me of, like, The Office so much that it seems like someone said, let's do a spin-off of The Office that's going to be basically exactly in the style of The Office, except in a different kind of office. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is very much not in that same style. It's sort of got its own thing going on, but I just think it's hilarious, and I think the characters are real funny, and we really enjoyed that show a lot. That's probably one of my favorite comedies of recent years. Yeah, if you've seen The Goldbergs, and it's narrated by Patton Oswalt, and he doing sort of a Wonder Years type of thing, and it's about him growing up in the 80s, and the guy that makes it, this is actually based on his childhood. So at the end of each episode, stuff that happened in that episode, when he was a kid, he had a video camera, and he used to record everything. So that was sort of one of the reasons why he thought it'd be cool to do a show, because he had all this video footage of him doing a lot of the stuff that his character in the show ends up doing. So they'll do like scenes of him doing stupid nerd stuff, like playing with his toys or doing weird dances. And then they'll have like the split frame of him doing it real life in the 80s. It's kind of funny. But yeah, Jeff Garlin I really like Jeff Garlin, and his character in this is really funny. It's sort of like it's a little bit like, I'm not going to compare it to Married with Children, because it's like, it's an endearing thing. It's like they yell at each other and they cuss and stuff like that, but it's like they have everyone's really weird and over the top, but it's very endearing, the show as well. I think, yeah, I really like it. The Good Place is a show that I've tried multiple times, and I can objectively tell it's a good show. It's never hooked with me. I think I've gotten maybe 5 or 6 episodes in, and I can observe that it's a quality show, but it just doesn't get its hooks into me. Oh, hey, Evie. I should have known you'd like... Evie, I feel like you and I, when it comes to sitcoms, we like a lot of the same things. Especially since I got you into IT Crowd. And you like that so much. I'm trying to think. I think there was another British show. Do you have Amazon Prime? This is what we started watching a little bit, but we've put it off. But it's on our current to watch list. There's a show on Amazon Prime streaming called Good Omens. and it's a very British comedy. It's like Douglas Adams style comedy. It's not Douglas Adams, but it's Terry Pratchett, who's like the fantasy equivalent of Douglas Adams, based on a book that he wrote with Neil Gaiman, who's another famous like real fantasy realism author. Have you seen the show, Madros? I know I had the book a long time ago, and I don't think I ever got around to reading it. But we watched the first episode or two of Good Omens, and it looks like it's gonna be really good. It seemed really funny, and it had a good, solid British humor. And you know what another one is? Oh, you finished watching that today with your husband? Yeah, we need to. We maybe this weekend we'll get back into it. But we watched the first one and both thought it was good. The problem is because it's like they're longer episodes. Then on weekdays we don't feel committed enough to jump into something that isn't over in 20 minutes. And I also just thought of another one that's been out for a while. Oh, it's Gallivant. Have you ever seen Gallivant? I think it was on CBS, and it only had 2 seasons. But it's like a musical. It's sort of it's a hard sell. It's a hard sell. Like, I can't even get my wife to watch it because I describe it and she's like, I don't know if that's my thing. But I've watched the whole series twice, and that is very rare for me. There are only very few shows that I'll watch more than once. It was pretty good, didn't leave a huge impression. I just thought it was a lot of fun. And there was a lot of little nuances to the performances going on that made it so you could watch it again. And there were some parts, and I guess, that's the thing too, Nick, and I've said this a million times, is humor is very subjective in how much and in what way it's going to hit people. And I know Gallivant hit me. When it hits hard, like in the funny mode. And it also, to me, feels like a charming kind of endearing show. So, like, I can look at something like IT Crowd, which I really like, and even though it's a totally different kind of show, in some ways, the way that they develop the characters over the course of the season hits me in the same soft spots as a show like IT Crowd does. Let's see. You've seen that it was one of the shows that made your father cry. Of which one, Thunderous Hydra? I know we've brought up like 4 different shows in the last 2 minutes. You still haven't watched IT Crowd? That IT Crowd is a show that I've watched the entire series probably 10 times. That is a show that I continue to go back on. And it's often a show that I put on when I'm going to sleep. If I feel like I want to have something on that's light and cheery to keep... There are times when, if I'm stressed and light, I have a hard time sleeping because my mind might be inclined to wander onto stressful thoughts and go down stressful rabbit holes. And IT Crowd is one of my go-to shows for having something that relaxes me, that I've seen a million times, so that I don't feel a compulsion to find out what's going to happen next. It's all just so familiar now. Recently rewatched IT Crowd on Netflix. Yeah, I've watched it a ton of times. That's Parks and Rec for you. I don't know what it is. I need to give it a good shot. I need to give it a better shot. And I heard it gets better. But watching the first season, it just feels like it's trying so hard to be an awkward version of The Office. Like, it's trying so hard to be The Office. And I love The Office. The Office is another series that I've watched multiple times. I love The Office. But I don't know. I've heard that it gets more organic like 2 or 3 seasons in. And maybe I just need to skip the first couple seasons. And then it'll catch, because it's trying to start at the beginning. I've done it multiple times. I've gotten 3 or 4 episodes in, and I've just been like, it's just not sticking. Yeah, for me, The Office, my first experience with The Office was season 3. Like, for some reason, I just was exposed to it, and I thought season 3 was awesome. And then I went back and watched the first 2 seasons, and I definitely didn't like them as much. But as a whole, I really liked the entire series. Some people felt that the later seasons after Michael Scott left, I can't remember the name. I can't think of the actor name. Steve Carell. They think that it went downhill after that, but I still enjoyed, because after he left, Dwight took more of a front and center in a lot of ways, which Dwight's arguably my favorite character on the show. So the first season of Parks and Rec is boring. It's only 6 episodes. The problem is there's so many shows that I actually really do want to watch real bad that I'm having less and less patience for shows that I have to try real hard to get into. But I know some of my favorite shows have been shows like that, where I just pushed through the hard part and then it ended up being one of my favorite shows. Doctor Who is an example of that. And I'm not always in the mood for Doctor Who. I haven't watched it in a couple years, but I developed an incredibly strong connection to Doctor Who. And I was after multiple times trying to watch it and having a really hard time. And somebody at a certain point gave me a hard sell on Doctor Who. And I went back and I was just told my wife, let's just get through the first season. I've been told if you get through the first season, and by the time you get to the end of the first season, if it still hasn't clicked, then it's not going to. But if it's going to click, you'll know it by the end of the first season. And that's a hard investment for me to make. Because there's just so many shows that I don't have to try so hard to like. Mentioned liking British comedy. Have you ever watched a British version of The Office? Oh yeah, but it's super short. I might go back and rewatch that because it's been a long time. I found that I did not like it as much as the main Office, and I don't know what it is. I think, what's the dude's name? Rick whatever? I don't always like his sense of humor. I really liked the show that he did about the retirement home. I can't think of it right now. It's a Netflix exclusive. I really like that show, and I think there's a new season, maybe even 2, that I haven't watched on that yet. Ricky Gervais, yeah, that's right. Sometimes I like him and sometimes I don't. But his character in The Office and the British Office, I liked, but it was even like that with Michael Scott. The first few seasons of American Office, I felt Michael Scott was just mostly awkward and irritating. And then it kind of, as the show kept going, it kind of evolved to where I ended up loving Michael Scott. But I feel like maybe I didn't get enough time to spend with the characters in the British Office to get over that hump. Yeah, he eventually, yeah, totally, Nick. And where it's like, I feel like like they gave dimension. They gave some dimension to his weirdness. Let me see. I need to get out of this game. So. So, yeah. That's my time in Portia. But I think it's time to wrap up the stream. Because I suddenly just realized that I'm tired. And I'm thirsty. And I'm sleepy. And my voice is tired because I talk all day long now. Talk and I think. Yeah, it's a fun game. I think, actually, let me see if it's still, this Epic stores, they have constantly just have good deals right now. So even if you miss one sale, if you wander in, they'll have something else. And there was a free game they're giving away right now. I was trying to remember what it was. And where is it? I have so many subfolders that I have to think about it. Well, Fortnite's always free. Well, at least the Battle Royale. Fortnite, not totally my speed. But yeah, Epic Store does have Fortnite. That's sort of what they launched with. But the Epic Game Store is, yeah, it's good. This one. Dauntless is pay to win, don't play it. Well, I had a couple people in here that were really jazzed about it and said, and I heard it wasn't pay to win, but I don't know. It might be one of those games I'll need to investigate for myself. One way or the other. I will say the principle of it is not something I'm super duper like jazzed about. Really the only reason I would play it is because like Nick and Alalie were both discovered, like Alalie discovered it, and it looks good enough for like enjoyable enough that if I played it with them, then it would be worth it. But it's not otherwise it's just not otherwise the type of game I'm in the mood for right now. And there's yeah, that's one of the things too, is this cross-platform. Oh, it's Enter the Gungeon is what's free. And it looks like and this is free till June 20. And then from June 20 to the 27th, they're going to have Rebel Galaxy for free, which is also kind of a cool game. They still have that. They still have that promotion. If a game is $14.99 or over, you get $10 off, and they've got a ton of games on sale. So, let me see if they still have this on sale. Oh, they got Slime Ranchers on sale for $14.99, which means you can get it for $5. That's definitely worth $5. That's a game that I got for free a couple months ago, and I played the hell out of it. It was fun. Far Cry Primal and Ghost Recon Wildlands is still, you can get for $5 each. My Time in Portia is on sale for $23.99, which means you can still get it for $13.99. That's the game I was just playing. You went hard on Slime Rancher in the sense that you played it a lot? Okay, yeah. I thought you meant maybe like you were harsh, like, that game's a piece of shit. Like you judged it harshly. Oh yeah, and I got What Remains of Edith Finch. I think I got for free. Kingdom New Lands was free until a few days ago. I've gotten a lot of free games by just paying attention to what they've got going on. And they've got some really sweet exclusives coming up. Like Bloodlines 2, Vampire Bloodlines 2 is probably the one I'm the most excited for. What's going on right there? Because that's a game that is forever. It's been, I mean, the first one was 2004, so it's been 15 years. And I think there have been people that have wanted the next one for 15 years, myself included. Outer Worlds is going to be, I think, exclusive. That one looks like it's going to be really good. Where are the other ones? Ghostbusters is a video game remastered. I might be interested in that. I liked that original Ghostbusters game, but for some reason it was so poorly optimized on PC. Like the controls were poorly optimized that it was really frustrating to play. Like the mouse controls were just all over the place, inconsistent. Like you'd turn, and during one turn, part of it would be real slow and the rest of it would be like super fast speed. It's just crazy. Yeah, Nick, there have been 2 games that they've made on PC. One was, I think it was, it's Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. And the first one was Vampire Masquerade Redemption, which wasn't as good. It was still decent, but it wasn't as good. That came out before it. Bloodlines was a lot of rough around the edges, but it was also really a special game. Like, the game world was very, very well made. And just that there was a really, I don't know, I feel like it was a very special game, even though it had some technical problems and had some balancing problems and had some other problems. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with the new one. So, what else? I'm looking at their website now. They don't have a ton of stuff on it, so you can basically scroll through it and see both everything they have and everything that they're going to have in this foreseeable future. And you can see all of it in about 2 minutes. Oh, Shenmue 3 is coming soon. Cyberpunk, I don't think that's going to be an exclusive, especially since CD Projekt Red is so in cahoots with GOG. But I think a lot of these might be exclusives, like Journey that I just bought. I think that's exclusive. Bloodlines 2, I think that's going to be exclusive, and to me, that's a big deal. If that's going to be on this platform. That's a game that's on my radar hard. But all right. Yeah, oh yeah, the Bloodlines game. Yeah, there's supposed to be a ton of mods that fix up a lot of the issues and fix up a lot of the balancing issues and other make significant alterations to the game so that certain levels that were flawed, those issues have been addressed. All right, so yeah, Detroit Become Human is coming out. That's a game that I thought looked really interesting. That I'll keep my eye on. I don't know if that's one that I'm chomping at the bit, like I've got to have it as soon as I possibly can, but it looks like interesting enough a game that I definitely would like to play it at some point. But yeah, a lot of times you can find, well, let me check. I actually just watched there's a guy I like that reviews sort of off the beaten path games, and frequently he reviews older ones, and he's real weird. He's kind of a real weird like dude. But I just watched a review of the old one today, and he had mentioned that let me see, that the GOG version comes with the basic fix patches, community fix patches, that does a lot of the rebalancing and a lot of the hard work to make the game, to fix the problems of the original game. That comes pre-installed in the GOG version of the game. Let's see. And I'm just curious to see how much it costs. I'm gonna guess it's not on sale. Vampire. Because it's all other things. You can get it on Steam and stuff too. Oh, it's on sale. Well, it's normally $19.99 and it's $14.99, so that's not the best price ever. And they actually have the first one there too. Redemption is on sale for $4.99. So if you were really feeling like it's super jonesing to try out a somewhat retro Vampire the Masquerade based game, that is that. Your friend gifted it to you on Steam. Yeah, you can find the mods and stuff to fix it up. It's just, I think if you had the GOG one, it's basically just download it and play, and it'll have those fixes in it already. Cyberpunk 2077 definitely has me pumped. There's a few games coming out next year that I'm pretty excited about. I was mentioning Final Fantasy VII, the remake. If it's good, which I don't know, the Final Fantasy franchise has had a lot of speed bumps. They've had a lot of the release games, like both Final Fantasy XIV, the MMO, and Final Fantasy 15, released in kind of crap states, and then got fixed later. 14 as an MMO, they really turned around. But Final Fantasy 15, they also addressed a lot of people's complaints, and that game is a lot better than it was at launch. And so Final Fantasy 7 is sort of the same way, where it launches and everyone's just like, dude, it could have been great, but what were they doing? And hey, Allie, you're stuck on a friend stream. That's okay. That is quite okay, Allie. I'm glad you're here now, even though I'm leaving. Even though now that Allie's here, I'm gonna leave. But yeah, let me see. Now I always feel like I should look at the raid. I'm here so rarely now. I've only got 7 people watching. I don't know. Feeling too lazy to raid. But then at the same time, I feel like I should at least look. But then if I look, I'll feel like I have to raid. Kind of. Man, being a streamer is just a pain in the ass. Yeah, you gotta raid people and be friends, make friends. This is, I mentioned since I started my new work, there's a part of me that started becoming very curmudgeonly. Hey, Gaming Lawyer's live. Oh, I need that. He's got 8 people watching him. No, I don't feel like... I do see people who I would raid, but I don't feel like raiding. I just don't feel it right now. So, I'm going to call it a night, guys. But it was cool hanging out. And it's going to be the same sort of thing. Like a random, you know, when I can type of thing. But I did get it 2 weeks since my last public stream. And for those of you with them... with all those golden icons and your golden dollars and your golden G-laws, I have been, when I'm having low energy moments, it is a lot easier for me to just turn on Discord when I'm screwing around. It's a lot more laid back. So I've been doing that more. So keep an eye out for that. And spontaneous VIP only streams that I've been doing a couple here and there. Just because they're smaller and more, you know, whatever. Just chill. Hanging out on Discord, talking and playing games, streaming it. Oh, it's good times. But, I'll see you guys one way or another. I will see you soon. Thank you for being here. Love you all. And, was on a stream. Meow. Good night, guys. We'll see you later.